That's way too close. Way too close. What on earth is happening here? There we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Chiaza, but you can call me Chi Chi. Today's video is going to be very different. I feel like I said that in the last video, but you know what? This channel is in its experimental phase. For those of you who are interested in maybe pursuing an organizational psychology degree with WITS University, specifically the master's program, then stay tuned. Cry out at the top of your voice. It's time to show. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I just want to say that I am not an academic advisor. I'm not a university ambassador. I am just a student who saw a question on this channel and decided that I was going to make a video out of it. Okay, so how does one get into the MA in Organizational Psychology program at WITS? So if you're an existing student at WITS University and you are currently enrolled in your honors program and you're interested in doing organizational psychology at master's level, the only things that they really require from you, besides from getting good results at your honors, they require that you fill in the application, which is on the Masters in Organizational Psychology website, which I will link in the description. And you also apply through the normal process, through admissions, through our self-service portal, right? So basically that's the thing that is different for WITS students, that is not required, or it's not the same for students that come from other institutions, right? But I will get into other things towards the end of the video. So now I'm going to talk more to the external students that come from other institutions, right? So what is required? How do you apply for this program? The same application form that WITS students have to fill in. Everybody else who intends on applying for this program, you fill in that same application form. They want to see basically your results, because obviously they don't actually have your results, right? So they want to see your honors midterm average, right? Or mid-year average. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. But basically the June exams that you write, they want to see those results. If you're currently an honors student and you intend on applying towards the end of the year, your midterm results or your mid-year results are the ones that they look at first. Right? But at the same time, they would also like to see your academic history, so they want to see your transcript as well. So if you are a student who has completed your honors and maybe this year you've taken a bit of time to do applications towards the end of the year, or you're focusing on work, or you're taking a break, whatever it might be, it would just be basically your whole academic history. So your honors degree that you've done, your results, your transcript from your honors, and then your transcript from your undergrad as well, right? Basically, they want to see how you performed in your undergrad and how you're performing or how you performed at honors level. So they want to see all those results, right? And then because they don't know your writing and how you are just in general as an academic, they will want to see a piece of writing from your honors year. Basically, they want to see an essay that you've written or an assignment that you've written, right? And just to assess probably your writing style, probably, you know, how you analyze, evaluate, all that stuff, critique. I guess they want to see that. I don't know. And then other than that, they also need consent. So there is a consent form on the same website that is that I'm talking about, right? There is a consent form for them to gain access to your results, because as you know, whenever you get results or transcripts, it's encrypted, so the university can do a thing where they have the consent to see your results, and it just makes life easier. So that would be another requirement. So you would have to fill that form in. I'm not quite sure what it looks like, but it is on that website. And then other than that, there is a 200 Rand application fee that you would have to pay, application fees. For WITS students, if you're an existing WITS student, you don't have to pay that application fee. If you have not been at WITS for a year, or if you're not registered at WITS, I think you might have to pay the application fee. some common requirements that they ask, whether you're an external student or you're currently a WITS student, or you were once a WITS student and you're reapplying, or you decided to continue your education this year. Basically, they require 2 recommendation slash reference letters from either 2 professors, so 2 lecturers that have taught you in the past, right? Or 1 professor, 1 lecturer, and 1 employer or a manager or something like that. So in terms of your references, it's always very helpful, I think, for the organization or for WITS or for schools in general, if you have a bit of a balance, right? It's either you have 2 professors or you have 1 professor and 1 professional that you've worked with. 2 professionals is kind of a bit shaky, I don't know, because they can speak to your work ethic but maybe not necessarily your academic performance as a student. So sometimes, because you're applying for an educational program, it actually does really help you if you have someone educational in there. It's not like, you know, where they have to write some long letter about how great you were as a student. It's not like that. It's more like a reference. It is on the website, right? But it is more like a reference form. So yeah, it's not that reference where you are going to be expected to produce a long letter from a lecturer about how good you are as a student. Absolutely not. You also will write a selection test. So yes, there's that. So after shortlisting, right? So after, there is a lot of noise. That's the purpose of the selection test, is for you to write an actual in-person test. So that's something to note. A lot of universities, like I applied at UJ and I applied at WITS University, and a lot of universities have some kind of like selection test or selection day. Even at UJ, it was like an interview, there were psychometric tests and things like that. So depending on the program, depending on the university, they will decide what kind of selection criteria they want to give you in order to, you know, to best assess whether you are the perfect fit for the institution and for the degree, right? So we had to write a test at WITS University, and as far as I know, this test had to be done in person. So if you are coming from an external university that's outside of Gauteng, you might have to travel to be able to write this test. So that's something to note, because I think, don't quote me, but I think someone did say at UCT there was also a test where people had to actually go to Cape Town and write that test. But don't quote me on that. I don't quite remember if it was UCT, but I think it was. We had to go to UJ, we had to go to WITS. That's just the way that it is. There is a whole results section of this application that we haven't spoken about, and that is what mark is going to get me into the master's program, right? So if you go into the website, you will see that it does say that you should have a 65% average. If you are an existing, if you're currently in your honors year, or if you have been, you know, an undergrad and got into an honors program, you'll see that they also probably said 65% average. 65% average, it's almost like every single, I don't know, I haven't checked every university, but a lot of universities will put that as a criteria to get into programs. The reality is, people in those programs that do ultimately get in have higher than 65% average. So the 65% average is what they say, but it is not something that you should make a standard, because the reality is there are people who are probably going to have higher than that, and that's unfortunately the difficulty with degrees in psychology. Aim for higher than 65% average. Try and have a higher average than 65%. Work so hard and get a higher average. It's not impossible. Our lecturer told us they're going to look at your results first. And there is a course in honors and undergrad called RDA, right? That's usually the course that has quantitative research methods and statistics. that is another thing that they look at specifically. So they actually look at your results and then they look at that result as well. Because at master's level for organizational psychology, we are currently doing statistics and we are currently doing MRDA, which is the name of the whole program, and it's statistics and quantitative methods. Applications usually are open towards the end of the year, so you still have quite a bit of time. The applications last year closed on the 29th of September. I think it was about 2 months before that when the application date when the application actually opened, but don't quote me on that again, I don't remember, but check towards the end of the year, August, September, around there. So maybe not August, yeah, August, September, check around August, yeah, but just keep checking though, because you never know. One thing about psychology is you need to mentally prepare yourself. Like I said, the competition is insane. It's about the number of people that are trying to get into these programs more than it is about the actual psychology part of it, because psychology it's mental health. It's a very important thing that people are trying to study, and it's something that is a feature of the 21st century world that we live in, and we need more psychologists, but educational programs can only accommodate so many people. So just hang in there and just like give your best at all times. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. If I left anything out, I am so sorry. You'll probably see editing me filling in the blanks if I did leave something out, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you are interested in more university content, I guess, vlogs, maybe more of these informational kind of videos, I do a lot of hair and makeup because that's something I really like. So if you're interested in any of those things, then hit that subscribe button. We are growing as a family. We're on our road to 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. And I just want to say thank you so much for making it until the end of the video. I wish you all the best if you decide to apply towards the end of the year when applications are open. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and say hi in the comment section or something, whatever. If you want to know anything else, you can comment below. If you want to say hi, if you want to be friends, you can follow my Instagram. I don't usually provide much educational information on there, but you can request for some if you are interested. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.